Yo, welcome back to Kai Speaks, bro. I was gonna say I appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing on this video, bro. Y'all go check out the Kai Academy video on TikTok and Instagram, bro. Man, that video did really good and really did numbers, bro. Just really showing my efforts and showing my work that I've been putting in throughout these 3 years, bro. Like a lot of people think it's shortcomings, bro, but like it took a long time for me to get there, bro. And it wasn't all technicals, bro. It was strictly mindset that I had to focus on, bro. But man, I appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing on these videos, bro. It's really been getting me to that next level, bro. Like like within yesterday, I think I hit 3.1K, and I was at 2.8 that day that I posted those pictures. So, and now I'm at like 3.1 or 3.2K right now. So, I really appreciate that, bro. But today, I wanted to talk about something very big, bro, and that's life after high school, bro. I think this is such a big thing because, you know, my life after high school is such a weird feeling for a lot of people because in high school you're on such a timely schedule, like you have to be somewhere at a certain time. Your teachers are telling you to do this and do that. You're on literally a schedule, bro. Like everything's planned out for you, right? Like even when you get home, bro, like you have a meal, like everything's a lot easier in high school, bro. As soon as you get out of high school is when you realize life starts to hit, bro. Like you start realizing that there's not too much to do all the time. Even when you're in college, your teachers don't necessarily, they're not going to be on you about showing up to class. They're not going to be on you about doing your homework. They're not going to be on you about studying for tests, bro. You just have to do it yourself, bro. Like after high school, bro, it gets complicated, bro. Like, and as an entrepreneur, it was a little bit, it was weird for me because I think that's when I really realized that like I need to be an entrepreneur, bro, because going through that college lifestyle was just draining to me, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong, college was something that I needed to go to meet those connections and to realize that I needed to realize what I really wanted to do in life. In the bigger grand scheme of things, right? Like, college is something that I definitely needed, and I think a lot of people need to go. But I didn't go to no university. I went to community college, right? And I'm still currently going there. Like, and that was enough for me to realize that, like, okay, let me find something else that I can go to and try to get that right. Like I think a lot of people after high school get this misconception that like they need to go to a big university for 4 years, stay in dorms and do all this stuff. And like at the end of the day, bro, it does not matter. Cause at the end of the day, we're all gonna get the same education, bro. We're gonna get the same certificate at the end of the day. Like you're gonna get your bachelor's, I'm gonna get my bachelor's. You're gonna get your master's. I'll work my way up to my master's sooner or later. Like it just at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what you do or where you go. Like it's college. College is college, bro. Like life after high school is so hard and complicated, bro. Like you really got to figure things out because you have so much free time. Like if you're not working, then you're literally finding yourself where you just do nothing all day, right? Like, and it's weird because usually throughout high school, bro, you're rather at school or you're sleeping, playing the game, whatever it is. Like you don't have as many responsibilities in high school, bro, as you do in after like after high school, because like after high school, you gotta wake up every day, you gotta go to that job, you gotta wake up every day, you gotta you just gotta make yourself like you're on your own timing on your own schedule, bro. So it's weird to think that like in high school after the bell ring, I get up and go to another class, bro. Because now I have like I couldn't imagine not doing anything, like not doing content creation, not doing trading, not doing literally anything, bro. Because then what would I do all day, bro? Like my days would literally consist of nothing. It almost starts to get to a point where like you almost miss high school after high school, bro, because it's just like life after high school isn't as what a lot of people see unless you make it, right? Like me right now, I'm having the best time of my life outside of high school because I made it there. But my first year out of high school, bro, I was dying, like, bro, I was struggling. I didn't know what to do, bro. Like college was something new for me, bro, and I was like, how are people doing this? Handling 6 classes on their schedule is way different than handling 6 classes in high school, bro. It's just completely different. It's on a whole new level, bro. And like what I found myself doing a lot is just slacking because you have so much free time. You're the only person that can hold you accountable is yourself. The teachers aren't gonna care if you turn in assignments. Like your teachers aren't gonna care what your excuses are really. Your professors aren't gonna care. Like, bro, life after high school is so much harder than people think it is. And I didn't even go to a university. I couldn't imagine going to university for 4 years and finding out that I didn't even want to go to college. Like, universities aren't for everybody. You don't have to push towards a university. If you don't know what you're doing, go to community college. Go to a community college, bro, and you'll find sooner or later what you need to do. Or maybe take that gap year. Like, one thing I wish I did was took a gap year to really figure out what I want to do, right? And really just be able to lock in and save up some bread and stuff like that, and really just, like I said, figure out what I want to do in life, right? But bro, like, I feel like right after high school, bro, you just have to literally, like, just take a step back, just think about what you want to do, and, like, if you want to go to a university, it depends for what reason. Like, do you want to go to a university to pursue like a higher education, or do you want to go to a university to party a lot, right? Like, do you want to go to the big schools just to party? Because at the end of the day, bro, like, I don't know. Me personally, I'm not a party person. And in community college, I went my own way. I met some people, really one person. I met like one, two people that I really talked to. And like, bro, like, college is such a thing. Like, it's so crazy that the difference between college and high school is just insane. Because going from middle school to high school, it's not that much of a difference. You're on a little bit of a different time frame. Your schedule's a little bit different. You have a little bit more freedom, but you never notice how much freedom you have until you're at a high school, bro. And then you're not on a schedule. You're waking up every single day, probably doing the same exact thing every single day, whether it's laziness or working or whatever it is. You're most likely doing the same thing almost every single day. Almost every single week, you're doing the same thing. Like, it gets to a point, bro, where it's just like, what am I really doing with my life? You really start to think, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I doing with my life? Especially as an entrepreneur, thinking like an entrepreneur before I even knew I was an entrepreneur, bro, was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not feeling the passion for this, bro. Like, I'm not loving this. This isn't what I thought it would be at all, bro. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'll live up the college life, bro. I'll get to be able to, work hard, study in my craft, and be able to learn about my field and stuff like this. But when I went to college, I didn't learn a single thing about getting into my program. I didn't learn a single thing about radiology, bro. Like, I'm learning about humanities and music, and it has nothing to do with becoming a doctor or a surgeon. Like, I'm learning these things, and I'm just like, bro, what is this? Is this college, bro? Because it's like, bro, like, in high school, bro, you feel like you have a reason for doing this stuff. You have a reason to get these A's because, you're trying to get that honor roll. You're trying to stay on a team. You're trying to, get scholarships and this stuff like that. You get in college, bro, and you're literally like, why am I learning this stuff? I'm not going to need this stuff in my field. How is this going to get me to the bag? Like, you really start to think about things like that, bro. And like I said, as an entrepreneur, thinking like an entrepreneur before I knew I was an entrepreneur, bro, was like, I was stuck in a sense. I was like, why am I not enjoying this as much? Because I was going into a field I wanted to go into. Like, it's something that I actually found interesting, right? Like, I found interest in radiology, bro, learning about, the bones and stuff like that, like the human anatomy, bro. Why am I learning about music in college, bro? Like, you learn that your prerequisites are the like hardest part of college, bro, because and I think that's when a lot of people drop out is prerequisites, because you realize this has nothing to do with my field, my line of work. Literally, I'm learning this for no reason. After a year, after I get my job, I'm not gonna need any of this information, bro. I'm not gonna need to learn about humanities. The most important part about college that had nothing to do with my field was probably English, maybe math. But other than that, bro, like, it's all the same thing, bro. Like, college is no biggie. Like, a lot of people hype it up as something that's way better than high school, but bro, like, you really just lose yourself in college, bro. Like, I got to college, bro, and I was lost. I didn't know what to do. And that's why I struggled for so long. Like, I was really trying to find my way in trading, bro, because I was just like, how can I get out of this loop, bro? How can I get out of this everyday loop? And I'm still not out of it yet, right? But how can I get to the point where I'm out of this loop and I don't need to do this anymore, bro? Because you get to, like, your passion is slowly starting to get, like, you start losing love for what you want to do just going through college, bro. Like, even your first year, you start losing love for it because you're like, this has nothing to do with what I love to do. This is just like high school. Like, I'm learning about like stuff that I just don't need to know. for no reason this time. Like literally absolutely no reason besides a grade. At least in high school I was trying to stay on a team. I was trying to, get a scholarship for, educate, like an educational scholarship or whatever it's called. Like I was trying to get stuff like that. I was working towards something. That's why I was trying to get those good grades. Now I'm just trying to get good grades to pass the class, bro. To get in a program, to get to the next year of college. Even if you're in a university, if you're in a 4-year university and you're just doing prerequisites for 4 years just to get to the next class, I couldn't imagine. I literally could not imagine doing college for 4 years just to even get into a program, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. To me, like, you're really just working your way into the system, bro. That's all it is, bro. And high school kind of leads you that way. That like, high school doesn't teach young folk enough about money management, taxes, bills, how you do stuff, like actual important stuff in life, bro. Like high school doesn't teach you any of that stuff. College doesn't teach you any of that stuff either. As soon as you get out there in the real life, you're all on your own, bro. Like you just have to learn for yourself, like how to do all that stuff. And like the school system in itself is really like it's it's politics and stuff like that, bro. Like it's real political. I mean, I could go into high school all day, right? Because me personally, I didn't like high school in itself. I like the experience and the relationships I got to make within high school, but I did not like high school, bro. I cruised through high school. I just tried to get by. I didn't talk too much to anybody. Really, just trying to like go through day by day without even getting a whole lot of attention, bro. I was just trying to pass the day, right? Like every single day, I was just trying to pass by the day, right? And that was the same with college, bro. Like I was just trying to pass the day. Like I was just trying to get through the day of college, bro, because you're spending 2 to 3 hours in a class and maybe even more. And you're just like, I can't. This has nothing to do with my line of field. This is not interesting at all. Like you really start to get bored of it, bro. You get tired of it, bro. But nah, man, I really just came here to say that like life after high school is something that a lot of people just have to go through and figure out. If you need time, bro, take that time. Honestly, like if you really don't know what you need to do, don't force yourself in going to a 4-year university. At most, if you have to go to a college, just go to a community college, bro. It's cheaper. You'll be able to learn and find new experiences and maybe find out what you actually want to do in life, and that it could take a short amount of time to do it. Right? Like, so man, just really figure out what you want to do with life after high school. If you're an entrepreneur after high school, bro, I'd stay that year. If you take a year off, bro, work and grind on your craft, on your skill set to become better. So that way, within 2 to 3 years, bro, you don't have to be looking back at like what you should have did. You did it already, right? Like life after high school, try to make as much money through entrepreneurship as possible, and it would guarantee success in the future, right, bro? So I just wanted to talk about that, bro, and my experience as life after high school, like 2 years ago, bro. But I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you have a great day, bro, and I hope you make the most out of 2025, bro. Peace.